Hello again, everyone. This is American Idioms Part 69. This is the 69th video in my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you numbered 341 to 345. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then, I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 341. To grouse about something. And the example is, his wife is always grousing about how late he comes home from work every night. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to complain or gripe about something. And that's what it means if you're grousing about something. Like in our example, this person's wife is always complaining about how he comes home from work late every night. Okay? So, to grouse about something means to complain about something. Here's another example. No matter how clean I keep my room, my mom is always grousing about how messy I keep it. All right, so you can see another example of someone complaining. They're grousing about something. In this case, it's the person's mom. All right, let's move on to number 342. A shoe-in. And the example is, Pedro can eat a lot of food, so I think he is a shoo-in for first prize in tomorrow's pie eating contest at the fair. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, someone or something that is predicted to win something. That's what we mean if someone or something is a shoo-in. In this case, in our example, Pedro is the shoo-in. He's the one that's predicted to win this pie eating contest. Okay, so let's say the favorite to win or to accomplish something is the shoo-in. Let's look at another example. I don't think there is a shoo-in for that horse race next week because all of the horses racing in it are evenly matched. All right, in this case, we don't have a shoo-in. We don't have someone or something, in this case the horse, who is, like, let's say the clear favorite. Okay, in this case, there is no shoo-in. All right, but if there were a favorite, it would be a shoo-in. Got it? And now for number 343, to be on a tear. And the example is, the stock market has been on a tear for a week now. How long will it last? Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is A, to have a lot of success in a short period of time. And that's exactly what they're talking about in our example here with the stock market. It's been on a tear. It means that it's having a lot of success in a short period of time for, in this case, it's a week. All right, but to be on a tear means, think about something tearing something up. It's doing so well, we say, that it's tearing everything up. And that's what's happening in our example, and that's what it means if you're on a tear, okay? to have a lot of success. It could be even a long period of time, but usually it's a short period of time. Here's another example. Recently, my favorite baseball team has been on a tear, and now they have a good chance of making the playoffs. All right, a similar situation like our last example. In this case, it's the baseball team who's on a tear. They're having a lot of success. They're winning a lot of games. All right, and they're saying that now they're in contention for the playoffs. All right, so to be on a tear is to be very successful in a short period of time, or it could be a long period of time, depending on the situation. All right, and now for number 344, to fold. And the example is, because of the recession, many companies have folded this year. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, to fail or to close down something. And that's what it means if you fold in this particular context. Okay? So we usually use this a lot with companies that close. Or let's say they go out of business, all right? Like in our example, they're talking about how many companies have closed down or have failed because of the recession, all right? So it's used a lot like this. Like in our next example also. Many people have opened restaurants at that promising location, but almost all of them have folded for various reasons. So like our last example, businesses have closed or have failed, all right? In this example, even though the location was promising, meaning that it was good or it had potential, these companies or these restaurants have closed. They have folded. Got it? And now for our final idiom, number 345, to catch one off guard. And the example is, the questions asked at the news conference last night caught the mayor off guard, and he had a hard time answering them. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is A, to surprise someone in a way that makes the person feel confused or uncertain, meaning that they're off guard. They don't have their guard up. All right? Like in our example, the mayor didn't have his guard up, we say. He wasn't ready when they asked him these questions at the news conference. So they caught him off guard and he was, let's say, off balanced, right? He had a hard time answering them because he wasn't prepared. He was surprised. Here's another example. An army usually invades their enemies very early in the morning, hoping to catch their foes off guard. In this case, an army is trying to get their foes or their enemies off guard by invading early in the morning, right? When they're not ready, when they're not prepared to fight. Okay, so like our last example, to catch someone off guard is to surprise them. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video to support the channel. And remember what I always say, keep practicing! See you next time.